The world is obsessed with this vegan recipe. You'll crave garlic like never before. Imagine this, a dish so rich, creamy, and full of flavor that with every bite, you feel like you're indulging in something almost sinful. Now, what if I told you that this indulgence doesn't have a single ounce of dairy, eggs, or meat in it? That's right, today, we're turning comfort food on its head by making some classic, crave-worthy dishes completely vegan. Have you ever wondered if you could get that same richness and depth of flavor from plant-based ingredients? Well, you're about to find out. We're diving deep into 4 recipes that are going to blow your taste buds away. A roasted garlic potatoes gratin, crispy potatoes with a luscious sauce, a creamy pasta with caramelized onions, and a garlic soup served with homemade focaccia. Trust me, you won't even miss the animal products. Let's get cooking. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the Unseen Flavors, where we discover hidden layers of flavor, one plant-based recipe at a time. If you're new here, I'm so glad you found us. This is the place to be if you want to make delicious food that not only tastes amazing, but is also entirely vegan. Today, we're taking some of the most comforting, indulgent dishes you can imagine and flipping them into vegan delights without losing an ounce of that comforting goodness. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 4 recipes that will keep you cozy and satisfied whether you're a seasoned vegan or just looking to try something new. We're making a roasted garlic potatoes gratin, crispy potatoes with a creamy sauce that will leave you wondering how it's egg-free, a super indulgent creamy pasta with caramelized onions, and a garlic soup with homemade focaccia that's just chef's kiss perfection. So buckle up because we're about to dive into some of the best vegan comfort food you've ever had. And trust me, after today, these recipes will earn a permanent spot in your weekly rotation. Ready? Let's get into it. 1. Vegan roasted garlic potatoes gratin. Let's kick things off with this absolutely decadent vegan roasted garlic potatoes gratin. Now, I know what you're thinking. How on earth can a gratin be creamy without all that butter and cream? But here's the thing. Once you roast garlic until it's soft and caramelized, it adds this amazing depth of flavor that just elevates everything. We're going to take 2 whole heads of garlic, yes, you heard me too, and roast them until they're golden and buttery soft. If you've never roasted garlic before, you're in for a real treat. The transformation is pure magic. Once it's roasted, we'll blend it into a luscious sauce made from cashew cream. Now, cashew cream is a staple in vegan cooking because it mimics the richness of dairy-based cream so well. Add a bit of plant-based milk to thin it out, and we have the perfect creamy base for our gratin. Then we'll thinly slice some potatoes, about 1 kilo of them. Layer those slices with the garlic cream sauce and some vegan cheese for that extra bit of decadence. We're going to bake this at 200 degrees Celsius for about 45 minutes until it's golden, bubbly, and irresistible. When you take that first bite, the creamy texture, the richness of the roasted garlic, the crispy edges, it's comfort food at its finest, but lighter, healthier, and plant-based. You'll never want to go back to the dairy version again, I promise. Take a moment to describe the aroma of the roasted garlic filling the kitchen and how the potatoes get that perfect golden crust while staying creamy underneath. Share your personal story of how this dish became one of your favorite vegan comfort foods. 2. Crispy potatoes with vegan creamy sauce. Alright, next up, we're making crispy potatoes that will make you question why you ever needed eggs in a creamy sauce. We're going to start with 800 grams of potatoes, which we'll boil for about 10 minutes just to get them slightly tender. Then, drain them and let them rest for another 10 minutes. This gives the potatoes that perfect texture for getting crispy in the oven. Once the potatoes are ready, we're going to toss them in olive oil, smoked paprika, turmeric for that golden color, and some dried thyme for a lovely earthy flavor. Pop them into the oven at 220 degrees Celsius and let them bake until they're crispy and golden brown. Now, for the sauce. Normally, this dish might be served with a rich egg-based sauce, but we're going to use vegan Greek yogurt instead. It's creamy, tangy, and light, but still rich enough to feel indulgent. Add in a little chile sauce for heat and a touch of garlic for a flavor boost. And you've got a sauce that's smooth, rich, and the perfect complement to those crispy potatoes. Drizzle it over the potatoes, and trust me, you're going to want to make this a staple in your kitchen. It's light but satisfying, and every bite is packed with flavor. You might even forget that eggs were ever an option. Here, you can mention how sauces like this are a great example of how you don't need animal products to create that satisfying creamy texture. Ask viewers to comment if they've tried any vegan sauces that surprise them. 3. Vegan creamy pasta with caramelized onions. Alright, pasta lovers, this one's for you. We're making a vegan creamy pasta with caramelized onions that is just out of this world. This dish is all about taking simple ingredients and turning them into something truly magical. Caramelized onions are the key here. You want to cook them low and slow until they're deeply brown and sweet. That's where all the flavor lives. Once the onions are perfectly caramelized, we're going to make a roux using plant-based butter and flour. This is the base for our creamy sauce. Then, instead of using heavy cream, we're going to go with a plant-based milk. I like using oat milk for its creamy texture and a couple of tablespoons of nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast, if you've never used it before, is a vegan's best friend when it comes to cheesy, savory flavors. Now, pour that sauce over your pasta, toss everything together, and finish with some freshly cracked black pepper. It's creamy, cheesy, and has that amazing depth of flavor from the onions. Seriously, this pasta dish is so comforting, you'll forget that it's completely plant-based. It's one of those dishes that feels indulgent, but won't leave you feeling heavy or sluggish, just satisfied and happy. Share a personal anecdote about how you discovered the power of caramelized onions in vegan cooking. Encourage the audience to try this technique in their own recipes and ask them to share their results. 4. Garlic soup with focaccia. And now, we're moving into serious comfort food territory with this garlic soup served with homemade focaccia. I don't know about you, but there's something so comforting about a bowl of creamy, garlicky soup, especially when paired with fresh, warm bread. We're starting by roasting 12 heads of garlic. Yes, 12 heads. I know that sounds like a lot, but roasted garlic becomes mellow, sweet, and just so delicious. Once roasted, we're going to blend it into a creamy soup base made from sautéed onions, potatoes, and leeks. Instead of dairy cream, We're using plant-based cream. Coconut cream works beautifully for an extra silky texture. Let that simmer for about 15 minutes until everything is tender and the flavors meld together. Blend it until smooth, and you've got yourself a bowl of pure comfort. But we're not done yet. What's soup without some bread? We're making a simple focaccia from scratch. It's easier than you think and absolutely worth the effort. The focaccia comes out of the oven crispy on the outside and fluffy on the inside. Perfect for dunking into that garlicky soup. Trust me, this is the kind of meal that just makes everything feel right in the world. Talk about how making homemade bread can be a meditative process and how it adds an extra layer of satisfaction to the meal. Invite viewers to try making their own focaccia and share their experiences in the comments. At this point, I hope you're starting to see just how versatile and creative vegan cooking can be. I know for a lot of people, the idea of giving up dairy or eggs can feel like a big sacrifice, but the truth is, there are so many delicious, satisfying alternatives that you'll never feel like you're missing out. So what do you think? Are you ready to dive deeper into the world of plant-based comfort food? Let me know in the comments, what's the one dish you're most excited to try? And there we have it, 4 incredible plant-based comfort dishes that are rich, indulgent, and totally satisfying. Whether you're new to vegan cooking or a seasoned pro, these recipes are proof that plant-based doesn't mean compromising on flavor or texture. I hope you're feeling inspired to get into the kitchen and give these dishes a try, because trust me, once you do, you'll see just how easy and delicious vegan comfort food can be. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. And if you want more flavor-packed, plant-based recipes, don't forget to subscribe to The Unseen Flavors. Hit that bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. It helps the channel out so much. Thank you for joining me today, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Happy cooking!